Spider-Man is Spider-Man.
No, it's if you haven't seen the movie, that's absolute crap to make fun of it. That would be like me saying, "Oh, the Vikings suck" when I haven't watched a game, but I have watched games, so I know they suck.
But you could just look at their record.
You could look at the IMDb scores or the Rotten Tomato scores.
Yeah, but what do they know?
They're critics and they're fans.
They buy those ratings.
You think Marvel is really sitting around buying ratings?
Yes, I do actually.
Maybe. Okay, well, what do you have against Spider-Man? Because I've never heard you. Is it just because it's in? Are you squashing it because I'm happy about it?
Because I'm
excited about something.
A little bit, but I'm also a Batman fan.
I am too. I like Batman more than Spider-Man.
You got to pick one though.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
That's the same problem I have with being a fan of one team. All it does is limit yourself. It just doesn't seem like a positive way to live. It just seems miserable.
Yeah, but I don't know. Spider-Man, he just swings around. He doesn't do anything.
What the hell does Batman do?
He's got cool gadgets. He's actually like a real person.
So is Spider-Man, and most of them, he actually makes his own web fluid. That's pretty hard.
Can we agree on one thing? Superman blows.
Superman is mid.
Yes.
I saw someone posted like a meme of like, now that we got all this old Spider-Mans together, we got to get all the old Supermans together. It's like what? Just so they could all get bitched out by some green rock? Superman is such a cool concept, but he'll never be a good movie superhero because
he has no flaws, really.
No flaws. The same plot points always have to happen if you want to like weaken or human him. I actually thought that Batman versus Superman was kind of cool with how they gave Superman conflict, like having the hostage. I thought that was a cool twist. I don't know if you saw Batman versus Superman.
I haven't seen it.
I thought it was actually I'm not gonna say decent.
Would you say it was mid?
Yeah, I would actually. That movie is probably the definition of mid.
Yeah.
But yeah, Superman needs a reinvention. I don't know what it is. Because I think the concept is cool, like a godlike character that has human-like flaws in some way.
But his powers are way too powerful.
Yeah, they screwed up there. Mm-hmm. That's just another shitty thing the city of Cleveland has done for us. Give us Superman.
Yeah, and then was Superman the first superhero?
I don't think so, actually.
Oh, I thought he was.
We could Google that maybe. I feel like the first superhero is going to be like Flash or something like that.
Yeah, I think Flash will be the one.
Or like Conan the Barbarian might be. No, it was Superman. He is widely hailed the first superhero appearing in Action Comics #1 in June 1938. I guess that makes sense. Superman. He kind of like gave like the blueprint for how they named them and stuff.
Yeah, real creative guys.
Way to go, Cleveland.
Way to go, Cleveland. Yeah.
Hey, stick to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, am I right?
Yeah, stick to your leg burning.
You know what we should stick to?
Gambling.
Sports gambling podcast.
I agree.
Happy New Year, gamblers, and welcome to the college football playoff special, the Bowl Bonanza.
Bowl Bananas.
Of the Goose Egg Gambling Podcast, which is the only podcast that made it all the way through its college career without ever trying Top Ramen. That might be a one-sided experience, but that's me.
It fucks with my guts.
Really?
Ramen, yeah. It
F's with your G's?
Yeah, it's just, I used to love it, but now.
I never had tried it until recently. For
real?
No, I hadn't. And then I recently read a men's fashion, like lifestyle blog. And this guy, he definitely wasn't financially incentivized to do it, but he recommended a high protein ramen that I got. And I actually really like it.
What's in it?
Protein. It's like chicken, I think. I make it the exact same way Top Ramen does. I paid like $36 for a 6-pack, so I think I got fucking screwed.
$36 for a 6-pack?
There's shipping involved.
Bro, you could have went to any grocery store.
But it's not high protein, and the guy didn't recommend it.
But you could have like bought chicken breasts with that too and done it for half the price.
It might not have been 36. It might have been like 26, but it was definitely
Still
25.
Overpriced.
Maybe, but you pay for quality. This guy, this blogger, his big thing is always pay for
his
quality.
Money. He's big on the money and scamming people.
You don't think I got scammed, do you?
$36 for ramen and chicken?
It's high protein. It's high quality ingredients.
Bro, you got scammed hard.
I did not get scammed.
Yeah, you did. You can buy a ramen pack for like less than 50 cents. One ramen pack that will fill you up.
Okay. I got 6.
So that would be
at,
1, 2,
at
4,
$3. What percent markup?
Yeah, that'd be $3.
Yeah.
For 6 meals.
Oops.
And you could go to any like big wholesaler and get a big pack of chicken breast.
I feel like you're missing the high protein aspect of this. This is going to turn me into a shredded god.
You're skinny anyway.
I'm going for bulk.
Yeah, but just skip the ramen then. Just, I don't know, eat more ice cream, do something.
Okay.
Make it a dirty game.
I hate that.
Not a clean
I hate
game.
the idea of that though.
Just ice cream every night.
That and I could do Chipotle every day, but
that would be good.
Anywho, I'm your host, not yet ripped, but will be soon after this protein hits, Matt, aka the guy who played the cymbals in the marching band. Sticking with the college theme a little bit.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'm joined by Jared, aka Mr. 2022 is his year. Jared, how are you? How are your holidays?
Good. I got a toaster for Christmas.
Fuck yeah.
I love it. I haven't had a toaster in like 2 years at my house.
It's easy to miss out on a toaster.
I know.
Like just in the moving process.
Mm-hmm.
But I do toast pretty regularly. So I think I've bought like 4 toasters in the past 2 years.
Yeah. And I've just been like eating buttered toast every morning.
I go through a weird phase probably once a year where I eat like 4 pieces of butter toast a day. Like it's just the most delicious thing to me.
It's so
I don't
good.
know what it is.
It's the fat, the crunchiness, the
sogginess, even like the mixture though.
Oh, it's so good.
Like once a year I'll go. Usually when I go home for Christmas and I'm at my parents' house, I'll go through a phase where I will make like 6 pieces of buttered toast for breakfast every day for like a week straight.
It's so good. It's undefeated. There's literally no but unless you have a gluten allergy or something.
Yeah,
or
sucks for you or a dairy.
Or dairy. Yeah.
Thing, yeah.
But like, there's nobody that hates buttered toast.
I'd agree.
It's like the most undefeated food ever.
Shout out Ed, Ed, and Eddie. I don't know if you watched that show. You
It's
might have
been
been too
years.
old. Yeah.
I haven't watched it in like 10 years.
Yeah. But you had good holidays. You got a toaster and all that.
Yep.
That's exciting.
Got hammered Christmas.
Got hammered. Heard you hammered some great bets.
Yes.
Heard you got some big dubs. Tell the people about those.
Yep. The Texans bet hit hard. I got the Browns bet plus 7.5. I had Colts -1. That went well. And then I did Dolphins on Monday night. So I had a great
Ding,
weekend.
ding, 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 ding.
Mm-hmm.
I did all right. I didn't bet on the individual games on Saturday. I just did a parlay.
Okay.
I felt pretty confident about both the games. The Browns, had they not scored that touchdown at the end, I would have won it. Because I thought for sure Packers -7.5. It's one of those weird games where the Packers, in my mind, it felt like they won by more than 7.5, but
Well, they should have.
It was a backdoor cover. That's what it was.
Yeah, and then Baker, threw 3 interceptions first
4.
half.
Oh, 3 in the first, yeah.
Yeah, and then you win by 2.
Mm-hmm.
How does that make any sense?
Yeah, they should give out moral victories on DraftKings.
They should. That's a good idea. We'll put a bug in their ear. Get them on the horn.
We got a direct line to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I'd like to speak to Mr. Kings.
I would, but I did that. I won money. I took the Nets money line. That's the only basketball bet. I didn't watch too much basketball, surprisingly. With football on, I mainly stuck to basketball. And just everyone's out in the NBA with COVID right now. The NBA is such a face-driven league. The stars really matter the most. I think it's cool that all these guys are coming out of retirement to play, like Brandon Knight and all that stuff. Joe Johnson played.
Yep.
There's talks that Meta World Peace might get signed by the Lakers this week.
Oh my God.
Which is big for me. I'm a big Meta World Peace fan. Could not be a bigger Meta World Peace fan.
Are you more of a Meta World Peace fan or a Ron Artest fan?
Meta World Peace. Ron Artest was a dick.
Yeah.
He got in the malice of the palace.
You have to change his name. Ever have a game so bad you have to change your name?
I'm not. We might end up having to do a podcast so bad we have to change our names. Because he didn't even do anything close. He went complete. Like Snoop Dogg at least did Snoop Lion.
That didn't work.
Ron Artest did a complete 180. He had to announce world peace in his name.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was.
Now you can't hate me.
Exactly. Yeah, you could. Oh, fuck world peace. He sucks.
Fuck yeah, you can't say that.
Exactly. That's a kind of a brilliant move. I'm going to do that too. I am officially rebranding my name on this podcast to Love for All.
Yeah. Or Stop World Hunger.
Did you ever see that TikTok where it was like, you can't be drunk at a Buffalo Wild Wings anymore in the NBA because like all the players had like equality on the back of their jerseys and stuff like that. Like, oh, fuck equality. He can't do anything or something like that. So guys like say you got kicked out of a Buffalo Wild Wings for saying that.
That's pretty brilliant.
That is smart. Yeah. So yeah, I won on the Nets, which is exciting. And then I also won on a cool special prop bet I placed that every team on Saturday would score more than 2 touchdowns.
Nice.
That saved my account from 0. I was back in the 0 again.
Nice.
That one knocked me right back up to a healthy amount.
Yeah, you didn't have such a headache then. You're like, I just have a minor headache then.
Yeah, exactly.
That's smart.
Nothing a little Tylenol can't fix.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure people who are watching this on video are wondering, Matt, why the visor?
Matt, why the visor?
Thank you for speaking for them, giving the voice of the voiceless. It's because today is our college football playoff / bowl bonanza special, and a visor kind of felt like a college thing for me to do.
Yeah, even though it's like a golf hat. But.
Yeah, it is a golf hat. I literally got it from the Double Bogey Show boys.
Good gift. Christmas gift?
It was a Christmas gift. We all gave each other Christmas gifts.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good time on that podcast.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I'm invited.
It's a good. Yeah, we'll have you on someday. I've golfed with you.
Oh yeah, we did. It was in the pouring rain.
It was miserable, honestly.
That's the first time I ever met you.
Like you were wearing jeans.
Yeah, I was not good. It was like 6 a.m. too.
It was awful.
It just started pouring.
Yeah, we did not need to be out there, but I think Tyler was having the best round of his year, so we stayed, and he's like the boss. So
yeah, very Caddyshack moment for him.
Caddyshack, you're right. So yeah, bowl bonanza. My Minnesota Gophers won their bowl game last night against the pitiful West Virginia Mountaineers. Yeah, I don't know why. We were talking about this earlier. For some reason, I kind of have West Virginia in my mind as like an elite college program. They're really not anymore. Well, Geno Smith, I think, is what is and they enabled that in my head. And
they don't have Dana Holgorsen anymore. He was a good coach. He coaches the Cougars now in Houston. But yeah, I mean, I think like Steve Slayton. Who else was on that team?
They were one of those teams that were randomly fun to play with in NCAA. Was it because of what's his face? He was not Robinson. No, he was an offensive weapon. Or is that Michigan? I'm thinking like Josh.
Tavon Austin?
No. I think I'm thinking of some guy from Michigan. He was a quarterback who was on the cover of the last NCAA.
Oh, you're thinking of Denard Robinson.
Denard Robinson, yeah. And then he ended up being just an offensive weapon. Yeah, same color scheme.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, colors are confusing.
They are. Especially for me.
Yeah, colorblind.
Not yet, but.
Couldn't be in the Air Force.
Could not. Really?
Yeah, if you're colorblind, you can't be in the Air Force.
Why?
I don't know. I know that's a thing, though.
Well, the sky is blue. I think anyone could pass that test.
Well, it looks purple to them.
We need realists only in the sky. Can't be up here in your own la la land. Maybe it's just that's interesting. I'll have to look into that one. But we're gonna start things off with the college football playoffs. Very exciting 2 matchups, I think. I'm interested to get your take on them. It's always just fun to have something to watch on TV when it's New Year's Eve day. People will probably be drinking somewhat early in the day.
And these top 4 teams haven't played in like what feels like over a month.
Yeah, even though it's like only 3 weeks.
Right, but it feels forever. Like you get such a high from like conference championship week and rivalry before that.
And then you're kind of left on your own. You got to watch just the trash daytime bowl games that we've been watching. We've been having fun with them, but
yeah, but just like you're just on that high, like, oh my God, college football is great. And then it's just, which is why there needs to be a bigger playoff.
There does. College football, for as big of a sport as it is, it's probably the second biggest sport in the country, but there's so many different ways they could improve it. Right. Yeah. Like 18 playoffs.
Perfect.
They really only have great matchups that first weekend and the last weekend of the year, I feel like. It's very rare you see a great matchup in the middle of the season unless just by some sort of happy scheduling accident.
Usually picks up by October. First week of college football is fun. Second week, third week are kind of sucky because everybody wants these like cupcake teams.
Yep.
And then conference play starts and then it gets better. Same with college basketball though too.
Yeah.
Because conference play doesn't really start till January.
We need some team, some program to put their balls on the table, say, we'll take anyone. We'll take Alabama first few weeks or something like that. I think that would be so great for the sport. If some program, they're like, I don't care if we lose. I don't care if we set our program back a little bit. We need to show that we're not afraid to play anybody. It
might happen with the playoffs coming in, I don't know, a year or two.
Maybe. You think Lane Kiffin's that guy to do that? I think he is.
I could see that. I mean, he's in the SEC already, so he doesn't really have to.
Has anybody had a bigger career rebirth as of late than Lane Kiffin? Like his perception in the public, I feel, has changed so positively. And I can't think of anyone recently who's had some sort of swing like that.
Joe Buck.
I've always liked Joe Buck. I never understood what people had a problem with him.
I think it was that Randy Moss thing that why people hated Joe Buck.
Maybe.
And plus he was a very bored announcer like 20 years ago. And he's loosened up a lot over the years.
Oh yeah.
So I think maybe Joe Buck, but yeah, coaching wise, yeah, Lane Kiffin probably. I'd say not Pete Carroll.
I feel like everyone's always kind of liked Pete Carroll.
Yeah, because he just kind of left USC and then went to the Seahawks.
Yeah, it might be Leslie Frazier here soon. I hear he's getting a lot of interviews.
Yeah, he's a great coordinator. What is it? Always a bridesmaid, not a bride.
Yeah,
something like that.
Kind of. Your coach has to have some sort of fire, and he
needs swag.
Quite literally,
Mike Tomlin has swag.
Never yelled at a ref.
Right.
That was his whole thing. Is he's always the self accountability guy. It's always our fault.
Right.
But sometimes you need your coach to yell at a ref or at least show outward aggression in some way, and that was just never Leslie's thing.
And there's exceptions to the rule, like Tony Dungy is one of those guys.
I think Tony Dungy's a pretty big outlier, though.
Yeah.
And I think Tony Dungy's a little overrated as a coach.
Oh, wow. No, I don't think he is.
I mean, he had Peyton Manning, and they made it to one Super Bowl.
Yeah, but before that, he kind of built that Bucs team with Derek Brooks and Warren
That Bucs
Sapp.
team only won one Super Bowl, though.
Yeah, that's he built that team, though.
He did.
Yeah.
But they only won one Super Bowl.
Yeah. You can still give him credit for building two great teams.
How you feel about running backs in the Hall of Fame is kind of how I feel about coaches in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
I think coaches could win one Super Bowl and not be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, like Gary Kubiak should probably not be in the Hall of Fame.
I forgot he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That Broncos team should not have been there at all.
Well, that defense was like historically good.
They were.
And that's the only thing that saved him because Peyton Manning's arm was shot that year.
And the Panthers choked.
Right. Like even the Broncos beat the Patriots with Brock Osweiler during the regular season of that year.
It was, yeah. Peyton kind of came in, I think it was the week 17, and everyone's excited like, oh, we're going to take Lucky out for one last good day before we put him down.
Pretty much. And it was like Peyton Manning's spirals were just like going up.
They were so bad that year. He was throwing the ball just so terribly. It was so sad.
Straight ducks.
Yeah, like the ball would be up in the air for 7 seconds.
Just like lobbing passes.
It was awful.
Bad time to be Peyton.
I'm glad he won another Super Bowl, though, because I think his legacy, 20 years from now, we're not going to talk about how bad he looked that second Super Bowl. We're just going to say he had 2 Super Bowls.
Right. And I think John Elway was the same way his last year at Denver.
I think so, too.
Because
I never watched him, but...
I think it was Bubby Brister, like filled in for...
Bubby Brister.
Yeah. Filled in for a few games that year.
What a great name.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So good for Lane Kiffin for turning things around. I hope college football does take an opportunity to do some reevaluation, get some innovation in it, get some young people on the committee.
Yeah, not Condoleezza Rice and Ronnie Lott. Get some of
the Silicon Valley people in
Get
there.
Johnny Manziel in there.
Manziel's trying to be a professional golfer. He's too busy.
Oh, he could vote. He could be a part of a committee for a weekend.
I think he's pretty committed to the golf thing. He's in Arizona.
Oh my God.
You see, like someone tweeted at him saying, "Hey, the Giants need a quarterback. What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm golfing in Arizona."
I don't blame him.
Yeah. I do kind of think it's annoying that he's acting like he's too good for the NFL now.
Yeah.
Because that's like when he goes on his podcast and stuff, he's like, "Oh, the NFL could offer me millions of dollars and I would not go back." It's like, well, you already have millions of dollars because your family's rich.
Yeah.
And I think it's a privileged thing to say at his point.
Yeah.
He can act like he's too good for the NFL because he has a good backup option. He never needed the NFL.
Mm-hmm. And then wasn't he in the Canadian Football League and didn't do so hot?
Yeah, he did terribly.
So
I think he had like 3 or 4 picks and a half.
So if he were to go back to the NFL, I think it'd be a lose-lose. It'd be like
exactly
a Tim Tebow situation. People get hyped, but then like you find out he can't play.
Exactly. So I get what he's going for. But anyways, attention, all football fans. Do you love action-packed, high-scoring NFL games?
I know I do.
Do you love making money?
I know I do.
If so, then you will love the latest no-brainer from DraftKings Sportsbook, which is an official sports betting partner of the NFL and the Goose Egg Gambling Podcast. All you need to happen is you just need a single point to be scored, and if you bet $1 on that, you can win $100 in free bets.
Ooftas.
It's that simple.
Nice.
Do you live in a state where a sportsbook is not yet available? If you do, that's no problem because you can still get in on the NFL action and play for huge cash prizes all season long with DraftKings daily fantasy sports contests. DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. Interested? Here's all you got to do. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code YouBetcha. That's YOUBETCHA. Bet $1 on any team to score.
$1.
And win $100 in free bets. They score, you score with promo code YouBetcha this week at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL and the Goose Egg Gambling Podcast.
Hey-o.
Must be 21 years or older. New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit and $1 wager required. One per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Speaking of college burnouts, we got first matchup. We have Cincinnati versus Alabama.
I liked your joke about Notre Dame.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, earlier on the Suryacht show, we just got done recording that. We were talking about brackets, and I said Alabama was facing Notre Dame. Pretended to have a technical difficulty. You'll just have to listen to it to get it.
Yeah.
It doesn't translate as well here. But Alabama, Cincinnati, the spread is 13.5. The over-under is 57. it's going to be a long time until we see Alabama an underdog like they were versus Georgia again. I still think it's crazy that they were a whole touchdown below Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm glad I took that bet. Cincinnati is surprisingly 8-0 against the spread versus teams with a winning record. And they're also 5-0 against the spread as an underdog.
I think that's going to get crushed.
I think so too.
There's no way.
Yeah, the spread opened up at 14 when it first came out on December 5th, but it's remained firm at 13.5. It has not moved an inch since then for a while. Alabama, you could argue they're going to be missing out on John Mechie II at receiver.
But
it's Alabama.
They can reload so fast.
Yeah, they have John Mechie IV ready to go behind him.
The fourth. And then Jameson Williams is one of the best college receivers I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He is so good.
Bryce Young he's coming off the Heisman. He's going to be dominant. He's going to be able to position himself for a back-to-back Heisman run, which is, I don't know the last time that's happened. I think it was like a running back in the day.
Archie Griffin back in the 70s.
Yep.
There was somebody else that wanted back-to-back. Who was it?
Manziel almost did.
Yeah, who was it now?
We need some sort of website that we can type
Ask Jeeves.
Jeeves, yeah,
there we go.
Jeeves. But
well, didn't Tim Tebow? No, I thought Tim Tebow won it.
No, he was up for it again. But I think he got 2 of 3. I don't think he was back to back.
That's still pretty impressive.
He was so good in college.
He was
one of those rare times in sports where there's like a moment happening. You know what I mean? Like everyone's tuning in, everyone knows what's going on, everyone's plugged in. Kind of like LeBron in a second stint with Cleveland, or Manziel even.
Or like, I remember I was at a Broncos-Vikings game. This is like peak Tebow mania.
I remember that exact game. That he had like his best passing game against the Vikings, I think, that one.
Yeah, and the Vikings were like out of the playoffs. The crowd
that was the last Leslie Frazier year, full circle.
No, it wasn't actually.
I think it was. Or was that his interim?
That would have been 2011.
Was that his interim year?
Yeah. Oh, no.
That was his first year, maybe.
First full year.
Yeah.
But that was like the peak Tebow mania. Vikings were out of the playoffs. I was at the game.
Mm-hmm. And Tebow shredded him.
Oh, yeah. And then when Tebow like first took the field, there was like the weirdest like excitement, energy I've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
It was so weird. Like everybody was like hyped to see what Tebow was going to do.
Yeah.
I've never seen that any other player. Like,
he was bigger than LeBron and Tiger Woods at the time.
Yeah. And like that was during like Jeremy Lin too.
That was.
Yeah. Lin
that was such a great era of sports. LeBron in Miami. Tiger was still doing well. I think he might have actually just had his I don't know how. I don't know.
Tiger was around.
I'm dancing around with the words that I could be using here. Tiger had a snafu.
Yeah.
Peyton was not in the league at the time. He was about to be a Bronco.
Mm-hmm.
But Tebow was going crazy. Just a fun time overall.
And then the Giants pull off another Super Bowl that year.
Yep, 100%. 100%.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, so stupid. But I think the question for the Cincinnati-Alabama game is if Desmond Ridder can keep them in the game. I think we all agree Alabama's going to win this game. Yes. I don't think too many people are on the
I could see it being
side.
Close first half.
I could see Cincinnati even covering. 13.5 is a good amount. You got to imagine they're playing with pride. Yeah. Everyone's told them all year that they don't belong here.
Sure.
And Ridder's good. Ridder's good. And since Alabama this year has struggled with like physical teams, and that's kind of what Cincinnati is.
I mean, just not tough competition for Cincinnati.
No, exactly.
They beat Notre Dame, but that's about it. Notre Dame wasn't crazy special this year. They were okay.
Yeah.
But it was kind of a down year for Notre Dame.
They were dealing with coaching stuff too.
Yeah. Brian Kelly with his family.
With my family.
So yeah, I think might be close first half, but I'm all over Alabama.
I'm a little scared of a backdoor cover here. Like this is a 41-30 game or something like that.
They get like a late 2-minute touchdown.
Yeah. I'm still going to ride with Alabama minus 13.5. And I kind of like the over 2 at 57. Yeah. It's a big one.
I don't hate that.
But I think Alabama's putting up 40 this game. That would be my lock of the week.
Yeah. I don't think it'll be close. I think it might be a bloodbath.
Yeah. Thankfully, that's the early games. We'll get that one out of the way.
And this happens every year. It's always the 1 versus 4 seed.
Yep. And then the 4 seed just proves that they're... See, that's always everyone's argument against expanding the college football playoffs is because the 4 seed has never really put up a fight against the 1 seed. I'm trying to think right now. I'm trying to rack my brain. I can't think of a time when it's happened.
Well, the first year, I think Ohio State beat Alabama.
Were they the 4 seed?
Yes.
Was that the
Cardale Jones?
That was my favorite year of college football, I think.
So I believe Ohio State was the 4th seed and they beat Alabama right off the bat.
Maybe. I feel like they played in the national championship though against Alabama, didn't they?
Ohio State?
I thought they did.
No, they played against Oregon.
That's right, Mariota.
Mm-hmm.
And Zeke was on that Ohio State team. Damn.
Yep. That was in Dallas. Yep.
Yeah, you're right. 100%.
Yep.
Okay, so it is possible, I guess. But since then, I feel like Oklahoma's just kind of owned that 4 seed, just gotten stomped.
Yeah.
Constantly.
But if the thing is, like, if you expand to a 18 playoff, like, you'll have multiple SEC teams.
That's true.
So, like, Alabama would play, like, let's say Auburn makes it as the 8th seed.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say Alabama was the 1 seed. So Auburn and Alabama would both play at the same time. So then they would have experience against each other, and it's always hard to beat a team twice.
It is.
So I think if you expand it, there'll be more rematches, and it'll make it a little more interesting.
That's true. And I think I often underestimate the ability of college coaches to strategize and get something good out of their players. I always kind of think, when I think college football, I always just think that the better players always win. That is the case a good amount of the times, but the coaches get paid a good amount too.
Right.
They are often the most highly paid employees of the state that they reside in.
Mm-hmm. Happens all the time.
So it is possible. So I still think Alabama minus 13.5, and I do love the over in this one.
And then one more thing, like, I think the 4-team committee now, with how the playoffs are set, I feel like the committees are kind of pressured into diversifying the conferences.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they could easily just put 3 SEC teams in.
They could.
But I feel like they feel pressured, like, oh, we should really put a Pac-12 team in.
I do think that plays a big role into it.
So I think that really inflates it. They want diversified. They don't want to seem biased, even though they maybe should be a little bit, because SEC is obviously better.
Yeah, I think we all know the SEC is a better conference. I think their slogan is "It's just different," or they just care more, and that is just the case in the South. I mean, you went to the South to watch college football this year, and that's their religion.
It is different. The crowd is different.
They are
in a good way. They're very passionate.
Yeah, I mean, that's their pros.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's their religion almost.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all they care about.
So hypothetically, the SEC probably do have the best 4 teams at any given time in college football, aside from maybe an Ohio State or something like that.
Like a Big Ten conference, maybe.
USC once they get back on track. I'm a big Lincoln Riley believer.
Oh my God.
What do you have against Lincoln Riley?
I mean, he was okay at Oklahoma.
I thought he was pretty damn good.
But he would always get blown out in the playoffs.
Yeah, because he was at Oklahoma compared to Alabama. He's going against the eventual winner usually.
That's true, but I don't even think he was close.
I don't know. My sources are telling me to believe in Lincoln Riley, so I have no choice but to believe in Lincoln Riley.
Your source is yourself.
My source is a podcast I listen to.
Is it the Herd?
Second game we have on tap this will be a really good game, I think. We've got Georgia versus Michigan. And we're in one of those weird situations where Michigan's ranked 2, but Georgia is still favored by 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
Rankings are weird.
They're so random.
Very random. The over-under of this one is 45. The line has stayed pretty stagnant in the 7 to 7.5 range. We got 2 strong defensive teams. Georgia is 15-1 as favorites.
Ooftas.
And Michigan is also 5-0 against the spread in their last 5. So 2 very hot teams. Georgia had a bit of a setback against Alabama. They got the kicked out of them a little bit by Big Brother.
Good save.
Yeah, I can't be swearing on this podcast. There's fucking kids listening. What do you think about this one? Because right now I'm leaning Michigan, but I don't know why.
So all day I've been leaning Michigan, but I literally just flip-flopped before we started airing.
Yeah?
I was thinking about it.
That's what I'm thinking too. I all month really I've been thinking Michigan just to keep it close, because I liked Georgia all year, but I keep doubting them a little bit, and I can't wrap my arms around them.
Yeah.
But as of like today, I've started to just lean a little more towards Georgia's way.
Yes. They're just too much firepower. Their defense is unbelievable. Michigan has a good rush offense, but when you don't know what to do with any bet, always bet defense.
Is that a rule?
It's my rule. It's a Jared rule. So I'm just leaning defense. When in doubt, who has the better defense? So I'm on Georgia.
Yeah.
I think they're going to stop the run. I don't think Michigan can pass that well. And I mean, Michigan's biggest defensive weapon is Hutchinson, and Georgia has a decent offensive line.
Yeah.
So I don't
You
think
can game plan around a good pass rusher.
I mean, you just chip block him. They have a good depth at running back, Georgia. So
yeah,
I like Georgia here minus 7.5. I flip flopped probably a half hour ago though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see how I feel come game time for this one. Michigan, it's one of those weird things because I either love them or I hate them in terms of coming off their biggest win in program
and over 10
in like
years.
10 years. So they're either going to come out, I see them either coming out really hot and like, we're this close, let's finish this job. Or I see them coming out completely flat. We just won our Super Bowl. We are not prepared at all.
Happy to be there.
It's hard to tell without being in the locker room. And they have not allowed me into the locker room. Trust me, I've tried. I've been knocking on that door for a month.
Coming in with a ladder.
Exactly.
And a clipboard.
Just tell me what the morale is like in there. Are you guys celebrating?
You're like changing a light bulb in the ceiling, like during the the speech before the game.
Yeah, like I'm the Pink Panther or something. Just snooping around. Yeah. If I could, I just can't. It's hard to tell what the vibe is in that locker room without being there. And I think that's a big part of this game. Like, it sounds silly.
Jim, what's the vibe like?
Hey, Jim Harbaugh is asking me to come to the game. I don't know who's all going to be there. What's the vibe like? You guys celebrating, or what's like the overall mood? Like, is it a full moon type situation?
You feeling good?
Just be honest with me, Jimmy. What's going on?
Yeah, what kind of Gatorade do you have back there?
So I don't know. This is gonna be a game time decision for me. I'm just gonna stick with my gut at Michigan 7.5, but my gut is what's changing, and that's what scares me.
I mean, it's easier to picture Michigan coming out completely flat than it to be a competitive game, to me, at least.
I'd agree.
So I'm
going with the better team.
I'm doing my mental picture.
I see. I do that too.
I could see like 35 to 14.
I was just gonna say that.
It's just like after the third quarter, like I could see that score.
Up, yeah. I see this being a game where it's close first half, but then like Georgia returns the second half kickoff for a touchdown or like a pick six or something that breaks the back of Michigan. Because I think Michigan's gonna have to play a pretty perfect game to beat Georgia.
Right. And then do you think ESPN will do a different type of scoreboard? Change the style.
Oh yeah, they always do. This is always when they break it out.
I love that.
They do it for like the Super Bowl. They always show off like next year's scoreboard or like the college football playoffs.
And you're like, oh, this is different. Oh,
why do they save it for that game? Why not bring it out like at the beginning of the season?
They want to make it special. They want to make it feel special. Make it more feel like a special event.
How stoked do you think the designer of the scoreboard is when he's just sitting at home with his family? Like, hey, see that new scoreboard? I made that.
You like the little Helvetica on the bottom?
Yeah. That was my idea. So we did Arial the last 4 years, but you know what? I said, fuck it. Why not try something new? You know, it's 2022. We gotta innovate on the scoreboard. This is what fans need. And also, I get paid like $500,000 to do this. So I said, fuck it. We're going Helvetica. Here's a little Easter egg for you. Watch games in the NFL in December. Sometimes there's snow on top of the scoreboard, and it accumulates.
Do you know who did that?
The game. You know who did that? My colleague. I was actually in charge of just the ESPN ones this year. But this is why I fucking do what I do. For that 3 seconds where someone at home knows, like, oh, scoreboard changed.
Oh, snow.
That's the only time they'll notice it. But that's what I fucking live for, baby. If you're one of those people who designs a scoreboard and you somehow come across this clip, please come on the show. I have actually a ton of questions because I am always very interested in that aspect of things.
Favorite scoreboard of all time?
I like the ESPN college football one now. I think I like it better when it's on the bottom compared to just the top corner. Like, I didn't like it when Fox for a few years had just like MIN versus CHI and it was just this little square at the top.
Oh, I don't mind that.
It doesn't look as cool to me. I like the bottom stripe.
Less is more for me. So the less room it takes, the more I like it.
Interesting.
Because you just see more of the field. I don't know. The scoreboard kind of gets out of the way.
For everything ESPN does poorly, I do think they do good scoreboards. Because I think the ESPN NBA one is really good. They have the same thing, just the banner on the bottom. I don't know. I just prefer that over the box in the corner.
Do you remember like 20 years ago, Foxes? Like every time they scored a touchdown, would go, whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
That was the best.
You know what's the worst one right now?
What?
When they score a touchdown and then I think Fox does it. They score a touchdown and then they just have the freakish like cartoon animation where everyone's just super jacked for some reason. When did the NFL decide, we need to illustrate every single player, every quarterback especially, and make them jacked to the fucking gills?
Well, hold up. It's Fox that does that, right?
Yeah.
Who owns Fox?
It's a trick question.
I don't know. Is it some superhero thing?
Like Rupert Murdoch? Warner Brothers doesn't they? Fox Media?
Is it Warner Brothers?
Animation domination?
Well, what I'm saying is if it's like
you think they just got an illustrator?
Company, if it's a comic book company, they want to like promote their superhero movies.
Well, if anything, it would be ESPN who does it because Disney owns ESPN, but ESPN just does the god-awful 3D animations for Monday Night Football.
I don't mind those.
Those are so stupid.
But the reason why they make them so stupid is so people talk about them. That's why they do that.
You think?
To get Twitter going. That's all it is. It's bait.
Is that ESPN's only business model these days is get Twitter going?
Yeah, that's why they have Stephen A. Smith.
I suppose.
Yeah.
And Orlovsky.
That's my guy.
Ryan Clark. I actually do like Dan Orlovsky. I would have him on the pod anytime. He's super well dressed. And also the stuff he likes on Twitter is so funny. I follow him on Twitter and he likes like stuff shitting on quarterbacks all the time. He's like, oh, so-and-so played a terrible game today. Or like so-and-so is struggling and like just trolling stuff. And he'll always like it. And then 2 tweets later, he'll like something about like a Bible verse.
He just changes it up.
Yeah. I think he just goes on liking sprees.
Gotcha. He keeps you on your toes.
A little bit.
What other scoreboard? There's one more I was going to say. I used to hate CBS's because
the blue.
You wait 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like how it changed the score. It would just be like a jump cut, like 14, 20. There was like no cool animation.
Yeah, they got to at least have something that slides down. Yeah, now I'm looking at a compilation of scoreboards right now. I like the CBS one now because they just have the banner on the bottom.
You're a big banner on the bottom guy.
I suppose that. I just think the thing on the side just looks bad. You probably can't see as I'm sliding my computer towards you. But.
Yeah, I can't see that well. I don't mind it like center down the middle either. I don't hate that. Like I said.
Yeah, where it doesn't go all the way across.
Yeah,
I like that too.
ESPN used to do that with Monday Night Football. I don't mind that. I think less is more.
I am always amazed at the television production of sports.
Cool.
Thank you. So we're both leaning Georgia.
Yes.
All right. I like it.
I might flip flop again. I'll let you guys know.
That's okay. Leave the flip flops at the beach. Jared, I got a game for you.
What's the game?
It's bowl season, right?
Bowl Bonanza.
Bowl Bonanza. And there are some pretty debatable bowl titles. Debatables that are out there in the world right now. There's some goofy ass names and there's some goofy ass companies that sponsor these goofy ass bowls with goofy ass teams.
Goofy ass coaches.
Goofy ass coaches players. From their goofy ass universities.
Goofy ass scoreboards.
Filled with goofy ass students.
Their goofy ass broadcasts.
Getting their goofy ass degrees to go get a goofy ass job in the goofy ass world we live in. But some of them are so ridiculous that I basically needed to ask you, is this a real bowl game or is this something that I just made up by myself?
Okay.
Because a lot of them just feel like random brands that have no say and should not be getting a bowl, but they somehow pull it off. So I got 10 for you.
Oh, wow.
We're just going to fire through them real quick.
Okay.
You say if it's a bowl or if it's not.
Okay.
The Enterprise Rent-A-Car Bowl.
Yes.
It is not.
What?
Nope.
Oh, they should.
I think they probably have in the past.
That would be cool. Because like if the team wins, they can all rent a car for free.
They could.
That'd be fucking tight.
That would be awesome, actually. It's like at the Super Bowl when the MVP wins a car. It said you just get a 3-day rental of the car. Hey, make sure you bring that back with the gas tank filled up. Write down your mileage. Oh, wait, you players can't even do this. You're not 26. Never mind.
Yeah.
Coaches, you guys get to rent this Hyundai Siata.
Where do you want to go?
Yeah,
well,
you can go anywhere within state lines. All right, the Cheez-It Bowl.
Yes, I think I've seen that.
It is. It's Clemson versus Iowa State. They play tonight.
Oh yeah, that's right.
100%. We're recording this on a Wednesday night, by the way.
Cheez-Its are good, but I'm more of a cheese nips guy.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's weird. I grew up with cheese nips, not Cheez-Its.
Oh no.
Cheez-Its are like, they're kind of like the Coca-Cola. Like it's a little hard tasting.
Cheez-Its can be aggressive.
They are very aggressive. And cheese nips are like Pepsi. They're a little more smoother.
So you like Pepsi over Coke?
No, not necessarily. I just prefer smoothness with my cracker compared to hardness.
I went through a big Cheez-It phase in college where that would be my dinner a good amount of time because I didn't have top ramen. So I would eat that. But then I've just had so many of them. I think I'm sick of them now. I'm a big goldfish guy.
Goldfish, fuck.
Goldfish is the best snack out there.
The flavor blasted ones are good.
I could just get the original.
Yeah, both are good.
Just like you're eating crackers.
Do you get the colored ones or the regular ones?
Just the regular. I'm not fancy. Okay, third bowl for you. The Keebler Bowl.
Like the cookie?
Like that little elves.
Yes.
It is not.
What?
Nope, no Keebler Bowl.
Yeah, I haven't had a Keebler in a while.
Yeah, I think they kind of fell off. How about the Oklahoma Bowl?
Yes.
No.
Really?
There's no Oklahoma Bowl. There's a Texas Bowl.
Oh, I'm thinking of Alamo. Bowl.
Yeah. It's called something else, but it is the Oklahoma teams, I believe.
God,
yeah.
Big 12 teams probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
How about the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl?
There's no way.
There is a way. It's Washington State versus Central Michigan.
Tony the Tiger Bowl?
The Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
So
it's
they all
a
get
combo thing.
Oh, okay. So they get like Frosted Flakes if they win.
Something like that. Frosted Flakes and sunscreen.
Yeah. What a combo. Frosted Flake milk, like when you're eating cereal, is the best milk.
Get the fuck out of here.
What do you like?
I'm actually not a big cereal guy. I have not had cereal in probably 6 or 7 years. But when I did, it was just plain old Cheerios.
Oh my God. Are you 90 years old?
Maybe. That Cheerios or Rice Krispies, but with a shit ton of sugar.
Oh, yeah. But that's pretty much Frosted Flakes.
But I also don't drink the milk after I eat cereal. Because I think
well, yeah, if I'm just eating Cheerios, that milk will be disgusting.
I'm also I don't eat drink soup broth when I'm done with soup either.
What?
Oh, no.
You know what I do? You're going to get grossed out.
I probably am.
You know, whenever I eat like French dips or prime rib with the au jus, I always drink the au jus after.
Why?
It's good.
No, it's not.
It's just like beef broth. That's all it is.
I suppose. I'm not a big drinking things that are not in a glass. I can only really drink things that are in a cup or bottle. I can't drink things that are in a bowl. I'm not like a orphan kid sipping.
You just feel like a peasant.
Yeah, exactly. I'm too good for that. I've worked too hard to be in a situation like that.
Give me a big cylinder, not like a bowl.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't want to make a mess. I don't want to drink things with two hands, basically. Jared, how about the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl?
Yeah, I did see that. That is a bowl.
It is. Wake Forest versus Rutgers this year.
I did see that.
Yep. How about the StubHub Bowl?
I did see it. There was some sort of ticket company bowl. I'm going to say yes.
It is not, unfortunately.
Fuck.
How
Good
about,
Lord.
This one's a long one, so be ready. The Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl presented by Stifle.
Stifle?
Stifle.
What's Stifle? That's not a real company.
It is. I don't know what they do.
So it is a bowl.
It is. Utah State versus Oregon State. The Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl presented by Stifle.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I would not watch that because Jimmy Kimmel's attached.
You don't like Jimmy Kimmel, huh?
I think he is very high and mighty on himself. I don't love a lot of late night hosts, to be fair. I think Conan was my favorite.
Conan was good.
And I do like Stephen Colbert a little bit.
Yeah, I like the Colbert Report.
Yeah, I liked his character, I think, better than he's still I think figuring himself out a little bit.
I don't know. It's been 5 years.
It has been a while, hasn't it?
He still figures himself out.
Yeah, give him time. Hey, I'm just practicing that pitch for when Miles asks when this podcast is going to start doing. Hey, it's still 5 years. We're still finding our footing here.
We're taking the Colbert approach.
Yeah, a decade of development. All right, I got two more for you. The AutoZone Liberty Bowl. Get in the zone.
AutoZone. Yes.
Correct. Mississippi State versus Texas Tech.
Yeah, I got a little nervous there because I thought O'Reilly Auto Part Bowl was a bowl. No.
But not AutoZone.
Yeah. But
O'Reilly Auto Parts are probably shaking their fists when they're watching the AutoZone
shaking
bowl.
Their mufflers.
God damn it. They got a bowl and we didn't.
Yeah.
O'Reilly. Did we spend all of our advertising money on Pandora ads again?
It is a good jingle. That is a great jingle.
Oh, it is. And then the last one for you, the Midwest Football Classic presented by Ford.
I think you made that up.
I did.
Yes.
Let's go. I did not count how well you did, but I think you did pretty well.
Yes.
So that is our game, bowl game or no game.
I think I got 3 or 4 right.
You actually, I think, did better than that. I think you probably did 5 or 6.
Good for baseball.
That is good for baseball. It's a great point. Are there any NFL games you like this week? We talked a lot about college football. Are there any NFL games that have your betting eye trained upon?
I love Raiders plus 6.5
against the Colts.
Yes.
Why is that line still the way it is with Carson out? Is Carson Wentz that disrespected? Do they not know he's Carson Walkett to him Wentz?
I actually don't know why, but I just think Raiders will be playing with John Madden in mind. And this happened years ago with the Raiders. Al Davis just died and they played great the week after.
Yeah.
So I think it'll just be kind of one of those emotional games.
I don't think the Raiders have any emotion left in them. I think they're kind of just beaten down. Like, I think you can pull that emotional card like once per season, maybe. But I think they've had to do that so many times this season.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it's all been for bad reasons. Like, they've had like bad things happen. This is the first time they could play in honor of someone. Like, they weren't going to play in honor of John Gruden or in honor of Henry Ruggs.
Yeah, definitely not.
But they could play in honor of John Madden. I don't hate that, but I just think the Colts are still such a good team. Carson is a big part of that team, but he's not key.
Essential.
He's not an essential worker. Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
I think he can miss a game and he'll still be fine. He can work from, he'll be remote. He'll be throwing terrible passes remotely. Logged in on Zoom waiting for the game to start. He's in the waiting room.
Nobody's letting me in.
Yeah. I think I'd still lean Colts in that one just because I think the Colts are a much better team than the Raiders, and it is in Indianapolis. So
I'm pretty much just going for the emotional aspect of it.
Yeah, you're a big emotion guy.
That's pretty much it. I know Quentin Nelson's coming back with the Colts, which is a big factor.
It is.
But I don't know, plus 6.5, I think that's a decent amount of points.
Yeah.
So
I don't hate that.
I'm going the Raiders.
A game I have circled that I love, Cardinals plus 5.5 versus the Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys. And I'll tell you why. This is a must-win game for the Cardinals. This is the most must-win game that is not a must-win game at all that I can think of in a long time. The Cardinals made the playoffs already. They're in. They probably won't win the division. They're still neck and neck with the Rams, but it just feels like
it's slipping.
Yeah. I think they're kind of playing for Kingsbury's job here. That they need some sort of win. I mean, they need any win, but a win over a quality opponent would be huge for their confidence because right now they are lost offensively. Defensively, they're befuddled.
No identity.
Special teams, they are flabbergasted. Coaching wise, they're dumbfounded. And I'm out of adjectives. But I think they're gonna come out guns a blazing. Cowboys are coming off a huge primetime win where they could do no wrong. Right. They played pretty perfectly. Yeah. So they're gonna be feeling themselves a bit. The Cowboys are not exactly the humblest franchise out there.
Big come down game.
Yeah.
After you score 56 points.
They come down. Cardinals are coming out with a little fire under their asses.
Ooh, language.
Yeah, that's my bad, guys.
Jesus.
Yeah, fuck.
You gotta work that out.
Yeah, we got it. I'll bleep it out. But yeah, I like the Cardinals plus 5.5 here. I think they win it too. I think they're just gonna come out. They're gonna throw the kitchen sink at the Cowboys.
Oh wow, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, you're right.
That sounds like a penalty.
That does sound. Yeah, that can't be illegal.
I think Cardinals are.
You think they're toast?
Trash.
You think they're toast?
I think they're very bad.
Real. I was saying that weeks ago, and everyone said I was wrong.
Now
I want my roses. I want my flowers.
Cowboys are pretty good.
They are.
I probably won't bet this game. I'll probably stay away from it.
Yeah.
But I would lean Cowboys right now.
Okay. All right. For the audio listeners only, Jared is shrugging his shoulders and giving me a smug look as if he knows something I don't.
A little guy named Dak Prescott. Don't think you've heard of him.
God. Dak is overrated.
Yeah. He goes up and down.
Yeah.
I think playoff time, he'll really turn it on.
I hope so. I like Dak as a human.
Yeah.
I just do not think he is, quote unquote, that guy.
That guy.
There's really only like 4 or 5 that guys in the league, though.
Which ones?
Rodgers, Mahomes, Brady. Maybe ready to put Josh Allen in there.
Micah Parsons?
I'm talking about quarterbacks.
I see.
Yeah. Baker Mayfield, probably.
Baker Mayfield. He could still win MVP.
He could. You gotta have a big 2 games. What are the games you got?
I'm riding the Texans still. Texans plus 13.
Really?
I love that.
13's a big number.
It's huge.
It's a huge number. And the Niners have not been spectacular at home. Is Trey Lance officially playing? Has that been confirmed?
Sounds like it.
Because of Jimmy?
That's it. I've been hearing Trey Lance is playing all week.
That seems like overreaction to the Thursday night game.
Well, Jimmy's hurt.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay, I did not know
He's banged up.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
If Trey Lance is playing, I do like the Texans in that spot. If
13 points.
If Jimmy G is playing, I like the Niners.
Oh my God. Get off of Jimmy G. He's not that good.
He's a top 12 quarterback when he's healthy.
Top 14, 16, 17 quarterback.
Name me 11 quarterbacks better than a healthy Jimmy Garoppolo.
Kirk Cousins.
Right now. Okay.
Number one. I'd take Rodgers.
Okay. Are you admitting Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the league?
No, he's up there.
Whoa.
Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Tom Brady.
Okay.
Josh Allen.
4. You can put him in.
I'll put Russell Wilson ahead of him.
Yeah, I would too.
Derek Carr, I would put him ahead of him.
At 6?
Well,
or
no,
is this no particular order?
This is no order at all. I would probably have Justin Fields ahead of Garoppolo.
Shut the hell up. Garoppolo's been to a Super Bowl. He was one throw away from winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but Fields is working with dog shit. He's doing pretty well for a rookie.
Bullshit. Jimmy G, look at his record as a starter.
No.
Yes, do it. Google it. Do your damn job. You're a podcast producer. Google his record.
Jimmy G's record.
Jimmy Garoppolo as a
Stafford?
starter.
I would pick Stafford.
Yeah, okay, that's 7. You're already getting to the Derek Carrs. I already know I'm doing great. And no, you're already the Justin Fields. I already know I'm doing phenomenal. Jimmy Garoppolo, record as a starter.
Record.
Don't just look him up his picture.
As a starter, 69.
Look at that. That's a good winning percentage.
Yeah, but he's running the ball.
69.8.
He's running the ball, dude.
He's not running. He's handing it off for someone else to run.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Okay. So you're still at 7, and you have Justin Fields and
Lamar
Derek
Jackson.
Okay, 8.
Okay. And then Mac Jones, Macaroni and Jones.
You said Jimmy G's handing the ball off.
Yeah, but
that's what Mac Jones does.
Mac Jones is a lot more
to
accurate.
a higher degree than Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Look at their accuracy percentages. I guarantee you Jimmy G's is higher.
Jimmy G accuracy. Oh, that rhymed.
I guess.
66.
6.1. His career average is 67.3. I would like that to be put out there. Wait, he's been accurate at 87.3% on the nearly 50% of his pass. What does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
What the fuck? 65. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
So Jimmy G's is better though.
65 plus. So that could be. That's throwing a catchable ball 85% of the time. That's pretty good.
What are these stats?
These are like sabermetrics.
I hate sabermetrics. They make my head hurt.
NFL quarterback. I can name a few. I just can't think of anybody.
You're missing Josh Allen, Justin Herbert.
No, I said Josh Allen.
Did you?
Not Matt Ryan.
Well, Kirk, you're at 8. You're at 8 right now.
I wouldn't say Cam.
You have not said Tom Brady yet either.
Oh, I did.
Did you?
Yeah. Tannehill.
I would put Tannehill above Jimmy G. So that's 9.
Andrew Luck.
What is this list of quarterbacks? Bruce Arians? No.
Let's see. Hold on here. Hold on. Sorry, listeners.
No, you're good. We're talking them through it. I think they're probably screaming some name that you forgot.
Oh, Herbert.
Okay, so that's 10. So you need one more.
Oh, Jalen Hurts. I would put Jalen Hurts ahead of Garoppolo.
So for everyone at home, he has Mac Jones, Derek Carr, Jalen Hurts, and Justin Fields above Jimmy Garoppolo.
Tyler Huntley.
Okay. No Joe Burrow.
Oh yeah, but
no Kyler
Burrow.
Murray. No Dak Prescott.
See, I forgot about those guys, but that proves my point even more.
All right. Okay. I'll let you have your opinion there, but I disagree. So, another game I like this weekend is Buccaneers minus 12.5 versus the Jets. I think they just clobber them. It's a high number, but I think they clobber.
Here's the thing: never bet the Jets.
That's what I'm betting against them.
No, yeah, but that's my rule of thumb.
I just bet on Jets games.
Don't bet the Jets in any sort of way.
Why not?
They always lose.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The Bucs.
Right, yeah. But I'm just saying my rule of thumb. One of my life rules that I'm going to teach my children someday is never bet on the fucking Jets.
The first rule they get.
The first rule they got. Don't bet on the Jets. I bet on them 3 or 4 times last year.
Mm-hmm.
Lost every single time.
It sounds like your fault.
It was. And I made a rule to myself. I'm never going to bet the Jets ever again.
Okay. I believe that.
All right.
You got one more game for me?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, the last one I have, Rams -3.5 versus the Ravens. I think the Ravens are done for the season. I think
That's a tight spread.
3.5.
Yeah. I like the Rams a lot.
Yeah, I do too. I think the Ravens, I wouldn't be surprised if they just shut down Lamar for the season.
They might as well at this point.
I think so. This season's been such bad luck for them. Such a wash.
Like all the running backs getting hurt.
Everyone hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if they were to make the playoffs, John Harbaugh should run away with Coach of the Year.
He's a great coach.
He is. And it's just not their year. Sometimes you just have bad luck. They just need to shut it down and get ready for next year. And I think the Rams go to Baltimore and give them a little bit of a whooping.
Rams looked really good last week.
Despite the fact that they actually didn't at the same time.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
That's true.
They proved they can win multiple ways last week.
Also, Stafford. I'm not a Stafford guy. I don't really believe in him.
He makes some dumb ass throws sometimes.
He has like 3 really bad throws a game.
Yeah.
And that's the Detroit now.
When they like make you close your eyes and look away.
But when he's on, he's on. He does well.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things where you have like the physical capabilities to be a stud, but sometimes it just does not work out.
He's definitely going to cost the Rams a playoff game.
You think? I don't know if I trust him in the playoffs. I'm a little nervous about that.
I don't at all.
I think they win their first game, probably make it to the divisional round, probably go to Green Bay.
But they'll have like a playoff game. So the fourth quarter, they need to steal the game or get a touchdown, whatever.
I'm a little scared of that because McVay's big about like not running it when they just need to get a first down. He's big on like a play action pass or something like that.
Yep.
And I would be afraid of a pick in that situation.
I mean, like credit to like Jared Goff back in the day. He would just take care of the ball and they would just rely on Todd Gurley like back in the day.
Back in the day, 2 years ago.
Back in the day.
Now Todd Gurley's out of the league. Jared Goff is stuck in Detroit and Ian Rappaport is sending out bonk tweets about Jared Goff's girlfriend. Oh, how the times change.
Yeah. Those are so many bonks. This is the greatest thing ever.
Or he said like Jared Goff winner on and off the field, I think is what it was.
It's like, slow down there,
rap sheet. You got yourself a wife, I think.
Yeah, that was Bonk City there.
Yeah, new Bonk City. You got anything else to add before this big weekend of college football? You got any college tips for any?
Just bet with your gut.
Bet with your gut.
Who has the better defense? If you don't know what to bet, who has the better defense? Defense will always win you games.
That's good advice, I suppose. My advice is, you know what? Even if it's cheaper to get just the top ramen from the store, it's not going to have as much protein in it. Don't be afraid to pay for quality, no matter how much you get ridiculed for it.
Yeah, don't just make another man rich through a website and buy his ramen.
That's affiliate marketing. It's what stars do. Anyways, that's it for the podcast this week. Thank you guys so much for listening. Good luck on your bets this week. Hope you win some money. And let's go into the new year with a New Year's resolution. My New Year's resolution, personally, not lose any more bets.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm going to go undefeated in 2022. I'm calling my shot right now.
That's a good one.
Play this clip if I somehow don't, but I'm going undefeated 2022. It's the year of Matt. Everything's coming up, Matt. Let's get it. And I was thinking, that would be the ending right there, because then I'll just cut it like after that, because I think that'd be like a cool ending.
That would be a sick ending.
Yeah.
Or we just cut it.
We can cut it. In fact, let me just cut it right here.